Alrighty, y'all. We're gonna Joe Retro World. Today, we're gonna talk about is do you really need all of this? You see everything I have, y'all? Let me pan this camera over. I got more over here. That's where it starts. All the way down. I got pictures. I got stuff on the walls. More walls. All of this is my collection that I've been doing for almost 4 years now. And I love it. I love all my systems. I'm glad I have them. I've almost gotten rid of some just foolishly. And instead, I went ahead and just fixed them up, made them look better. And yeah, I really have enjoyed doing that. I really enjoy my consoles. I really do. I enjoy all my retro stuff. But with that said, it does get overwhelming, y'all. When you're sitting here trying to maintain all of this, it can get very complicated, very tiring. I work 40 hours a week at a regular job to pay the bills, and then I go home and visit with the wife, clean up, do everything I do, and then come over here and start cleaning and focusing and organizing my room. I try to put a video out every few days, and that right there is really hard to do. It's time consuming of having to figure out what you're gonna say, what you're gonna do, what angles the camera's gonna be at. Is the equipment working? I've had videos where it just stopped working in the middle of making the video, and I was already an hour deep into it, and it's like, oh my god, I gotta start all over again. Now I can't even do that video because the equipment broke, and so I have to move on, and that can get frustrating. And a lot of people say like, "Oh man, but it's worth it." It is worth it, but it comes with a cost and a price, and that is your time and money. All of this costs money. Some of it, yes, I've gotten for free from like the big old Toshiba 36A43 TV right here in the middle. Yes, I did find that on the side of the road for free. The guy actually helped me load it into my car, but I paid $40 for the brand new ViewSonic E655 monitor up there on the top with my Sega Dreamcast. And then I paid $400 for that Ikigami TM2090RH master monitor below it. But all of that was so worth it. Oh my gosh. Whenever you upgrade to a new broadcasting monitor or master monitor like me, man, it really will blow your mind away of just how good of a quality the picture is. A lot of people say, well, sometimes it's too good of a quality with too super thick of a lines. Yes, some games do look crazy, being overly scanlining, but man, all the other ones, oh, they are just gorgeous. It's like going from 240p up to 4K. It's totally worth it. It's totally worth getting a one of these master monitors because you can use it with just your single setup. You can get one console, jailbreak it, put component cables because there's always an option of component cables somewhere, everywhere, for almost every console out there running red, green, blue. And then you run it to that one TV monitor, it gets you the best picture, and then you just get you some rolling computer speakers, and boom, you got a great, awesome setup. And I want to show you real quick just how I can go through each one of my systems through all my TVs. Like right now, I'm going to show you. Over here on the left, I have an LG Ultra Gear 32-inch 2K 165 hertz monitor, and that's running my PlayStation 4 and PS5. Excuse me. Now that is running the best that it's going to be running, and I can switch through because it's two HDMI inputs. So one for the PS4, one for the PS5. And I want to show you that. Let me get up without knocking this camera over, moving its place. Just right underneath, I have the button, push it, switch inputs from HDMI 1 I mean 2 to 1, and boom, here I got my PS5, God of War Ragnarok Part 5, and then I just switch back, and I go to my HDMI input 2, and my PS4 God of War Part 4 is playing there. Over here on my Toshiba, I have component cables going in it. It's being daisy chained from the Ikigami out to here, and then I have my Nintendo going in the front. So I get the remote, and you're gonna learn quick that you're gonna have a lot of remotes. Remotes are essential to having a retro setup, because if you don't have remotes, there's no way you're gonna be able to do anything with your TV basically besides turn it on and change the channel, and that's if the buttons work, because this one doesn't work. None of these buttons work because I don't want to take the time of taking it apart and cleaning it, because it's such a huge beast that I just went ahead and got a universal remote, programmed it, made a video on this. So if you need help getting your correct universal remote to work, then go watch my video. I'll have a link to the description below. But this allows me to switch inputs from the front to the same PS2 signal that's going to the Ikigami. And now you can just see how beautiful this Toshiba is compared to the Ikigami right now. I mean, I have to turn the brightness down to get to the black levels of this beautiful beast. But when I turn the camera off, this one looks better than this one. It's crazy. But sorry I don't comb my hair because it's my day off, y'all. I'm relaxing. It's my day off. I'm sick too. I'm sorry you probably hear my voice. I usually have it more crisp. But my PS2 is running into a switchboard. It's an electronic little monoprice CPX-401 remote audio video selector. That's the name of this device. And it allows me to switch feeds. So I got my Sega Genesis with HD Retrovision cables going into this 4-in component cable, little switch box, and one out, and that's going to the Ikigami, and then branching daisy chain out to my Toshiba. So both of them are running that beautiful component input colors, and it just switches like this, just like that. So here's PS2 feed, and then go to the Sega Genesis feed right there. That's it. And the Sega Genesis with HD Retrovision component cable just looks gorgeous. It's worth the money. I paid $60 from this dude from Facebook Market. Yeah, it was cool. He gave me a Sega Genesis, Sega Saturn adapter so I can play my Sega Saturn with it. It's really, really nice. $60. Met him an hour away. Boom. We were good. So yeah, remotes are gonna be a lifesaver when it comes to your retro setup. You gotta have it. And then along with these remotes is your controllers. I suggest you go out there and each one of y'all find a wireless controller of your own so that you can have that convenience. I already have got clutter. This is a lot of stuff. And then they have wires hanging from your controllers, will make it even worse. And it's like, oh my God, you're switching controllers, not trying to trip over it. And if you're like me, I enjoy getting drunk and playing my games. And I don't want to trip over some cable wires. So every single one of my controllers, down to my Nintendo, is wireless. As you can see, it hooked up to the little dongle up there. And I can up, down, left, right, BA, BA. You know, start this baby. Oh, I didn't do it right. But it's up, down, left, right, BA, BA. Start. Let's see if I did it right for 30 minutes. Boom. Konami codes, man. You gotta love the cheat codes back in the day. Yeah, a wireless controller like this is a lifesaver. It really enhances your gaming experience, man. Yeah, I love Contra. I go through this and just blaze through this game like it ain't nothing. But yeah, enough of that. So we're gonna leave Contra right there. So yeah, wireless controllers. I got one for the Nintendo. I just recently got this one for the Sega Genesis right here. It instantly connects. It is just awesome. feels really good. 8-bit dose, M32.4 gigahertz. I only had it for 36 hours, so I can't give you a full review on it yet. But it has turbo functionality. It's a little start button right here. While you're holding the button that you want turbo, that's the one that you push to start with, and it'll start doing turbo. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So 8-bit DOE makes a beautiful controller, a beautiful wireless controller. Another one I have is Retro Fighters for the Sega Dreamcast. This one, when I first got it, I was excited. I was like, oh yeah, it's awesome. It's wireless controller for my Sega Dreamcast. But it sucked because they did not improve very much on the D-pad. They did improve it from the last one, but not a lot. And that was sad. The analog controller did get stiffer. There is more resistance. It's pretty dang cool. It feels really good. Buttons A, B, Y, X, all of them feel really good. The analog triggers for, in the back, these are fine, but these on top, the ones on top suck. When you're pushing these, they have such a small way of travel that it just doesn't feel good. And then the turbo functionality also sucks. It's not very fast. The older model was faster than this one. So I don't know why they slowed the turbo down. I don't understand it, because it was making some of the games like Metal Slug really, really fun and really easy. When a game should be super hard, you can just hold the button down, just be turbo function, just gone with it, So that covered a lot of my retro consoles. Of course, I have a Wii down here. A Wii is wireless no matter what, so I had to choke that controller. Just get all the little adapters that go to it, so you can have the Pro controller, the NES controller on it. That way, if you jailbreak it like I did, you can use, what feels like a real Nintendo controller playing NES, emulator on there. Excuse me. Now, I have my Roland speakers hooked up right now to the Dreamcast, but I can always go back there and manually unplug them from the feed going to the TV right here, because as you can hear, I have, of course, the Nintendo's being fed in the front, so there's sound there. But here's the Sega Genesis feed, and so it has sound, okay? And mind you, I got the PS, where's that? PS1, 2 on here too, with this Gran Turismo. Once again, it's really beautiful, beautiful game. So I can put it to where it has the left speaker sound only here, and then the right speaker coming from the Roland. That way, if I'm sitting right here in the middle, I'm looking at both screens, and I'm able to hear stereo sound, because right now I'm only hearing it from here. So technically, I need to be sitting right here in this position to be getting the full stereo sound. And oh my God, this TV. I don't know if they're gonna be copyrighted. That's gonna suck, but it's a beautiful song. Look how beautiful it is. That's a PS2, y'all. Retrovision component cables do for you. Oh, I know that song is 100% copyright. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of that. Yeah. All right. So back to the Dreamcast. Audio switches back and forth. That's how I do that. Now I need to get a little digital switcher, because I have an analog one from Amazon. I have a link in the description. It's pretty good. I've seen a lot of y'all get it and use it on other sites like Facebook and Reddit and all them. I've seen where you use the same switcher and it's just foreign one out, or 3 in and 1 out, something like that. And it's analog. You just click, 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 click. But after like 3 months of clicking it, it breaks. So far this digital one has worked. So I don't want to even use it for the audio because it might put more resistance and humming and other stuff that I don't need. This is the audio from the Dreamcast. To the Roland computer speakers, which are awesome. Found these in the garage sale from Facebook Market, and it's like, oh my god. So they pair perfect with my Dreamcast. They pair perfect with the monitor, you know. But there's a lot of wires in the back. I have to have an extra plugs, extra, you know, cables, 12, you know, what is it called? Power cord, you know what I'm saying, back here. You know, I can plug up 8 different devices. And then the other thing I have to worry about, y'all, is space. Because this takes up a whole bedroom. This used to be my son's bedroom. And he moved out. And I said, well, man, I got out of this room. Now, you see it in the reflection of the TV, but back here, I still have other stuff that is not per se with my room. It's not part of my collection, so I keep it off camera. I got a couple of TVs. I still need a display. I have one Sony that I got there, 13-inch, that works really great. It would be awesome to turn into maybe a miniature arcade cabinet with a Sony tube, and then it's able to be red, green, blue modded, and so that would be nice. I'll show you that TV later, another video. But this takes time to get together. I mean, I'm taking hours. If I try to figure it out, it might be 200-300 hours, y'all. Really, from dusting to measuring to putting up, you know, putting it up, making sure that it's level, to making sure that it's square, that it matches, that it's not gonna fall, that, you know, that it's not blocking the vision of something else. You know, like over here, I got my little doggy, and he's blocking the Star Wars sign. So I want to remove him from here, but I love my dog. Yeah. So it's complicated. Every time, every day, even one little extra item changes your whole room. You're like, I gotta redesign it. I gotta make room for it. When I got this monitor and I went from a 24-inch to this huge 32-inch, all of this had to be changed. I had to just take it all down and then redo the wires. I had to cut all the wires because I got them all zip tied, looking all pretty and stuff. And I cut it all down. I moved a picture of my mom and me and my dad right here. This is me when I'm 1 day old. Born in Beeville, Texas, y'all. It's crazy. I'm born in that house in the floor. Yeah, in the floor. Yeah, it's crazy. But one of the things that helps to keep this organized is zip ties and patience. and it helps to be a little OCD, just a little bit. And wireless controllers. I can't stress that enough. Wireless controllers have made my whole world just really nice. I'm going to get one for the Saturn next. And so far, I'm loving the 8-bit dough ones. So yeah, I might get one of those for that Sega Saturn. I have a beautiful one that I use now, which is this physical copy, which is this is great. This one right here is really pretty. But I don't need to get it right now in the future because, like I said, it costs money to get all this. But don't let this discourage you. Get a collection. Just understand that getting one so much, it's going to be time consuming. I visit with my wife. I concentrate on work. And when I do take the time to do this, I make sure that I do it the best that I can. And I can't always give you the correct info because I thought it was the right info. And then one of y'all correct me, and I appreciate that because y'all sent me a link and everything. I love that. And so continue doing that. Continue educating me at the same time that I educate you. And all together, we'll be smarter and better at what we do. Yeah, yeah, we'll be really nice. But I appreciate you, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe, and if you're returning, I appreciate you because you returning viewers, that means you really like me, and that's cool. You didn't want to just watch me one time and go on. You wanted to return and say, hey man, what's up, Joe? Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. So, with that said, until next time, peace and much love from Joe's Retro World.